How's everyone doing tonight?
Great.
Thank you all so much for coming. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Haley Zettler, and I'm the instructor for the Inside Out course here. And I want to welcome everyone, our students, our supporters, and our esteemed guests, friends and family, to celebrate the first ever University of Memphis Inside Out closing ceremony. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the students, both inside and out, for making this course with what it is. We celebrate today the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, as we learned in this class into new and uncharted territories. Next, I want to thank all of the University of Memphis and Shelby County Division of Corrections administrators for continuing to support this program and believing in it. I would now like to invite a few of our esteemed guests to share some remarks. First, I would like to invite former council member Harold Collins, who would like to make some remarks on behalf of the Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris.
The Bible says always be ready. Thank you, Dr. Zettler, for allowing me to come and speak, and to Director Alexander, and to Dr. Turner, and to the students of my alma mater and my department in which my degree was confirmed. I'm so proud of you. To the parents and supporters of these young people who continue to educate themselves to get better in life, remember, there is hope because you see me. As a former council member and now the director of the Memphis Shelby Office of Reentry, I understood that one of your class projects was a reentry program. So I'm very interested in seeing that project and reading it to see if we may deploy that in our office. And those of you who are graduates and will graduate and receive your certificates, please contact our office. Stop by, whether you're finishing your experiences here at the Correction Center or at the University of Memphis, and let us know how you're doing and how we can serve you. On behalf of my boss, the Honorable Mayor Lee Harris, we want to thank you for your participation, but remind you that this is just one cog in the step of life and in your profession. So we urge you to continue on and press forward, and always be ready, because you never know when somebody might see you in the audience and ask you to come make remarks at a wonderful, wonderful celebration. And God bless you.
All right, so as part of our class, the inside and outside students were asked to select a student representative. So the inside students chose their inside representative, and the outside students chose a representative from the University of Memphis to speak on our class's behalf. So at this time, I'd like to bring up Oliver, who is our inside student representative.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oliver. I am an inmate here at the Shelby County Correctional Center. I want to join with Dr. Zettler in welcoming all our guests. Thank you for being here at a very meaningful ceremony for all the participants in the Inside Out Prison Exchange class. Thank you, Director Collins, for your message of hope for all of us involved in whatever way with this program. On a personal note, I want to express my thanks to Ms. Kimberly Campbell and Dr. Zettler for allowing me to be in the class. It has been a deeply rehabilitative experience, allowing me to recover, to paraphrase Lincoln, one of the better angels of my nature. This class let me be a good scholar again, and for that I am profoundly grateful. Thank you. Most of you will be asking yourselves, well, what exactly did they do? We learned a tremendous amount about theories of criminology, criminal behavior, the justice system, and victims' impact. As homework, we wrote a required 6 reflection papers. In one class, Dr. Zettler spent a chunk of time presenting handouts on theories of criminology and philosophy of sanctioning, then informed us that she had just crammed a full semester's worth of criminology studies into 45 minutes. So it was intense. We had 2 main texts, Code of the Street, Decency, Violence, and the Moral Life of the Inner City by Professor Elijah Anderson of Yale University, and second, the Little Book of Restorative Justice for People in Prison, Rebuilding the Web of Relationships by Barb Toes of the Pennsylvania Prison Society. Anderson's book describes an inner city street code of morals, a separate ethos, if you will, that is in intractable opposition, that's Anderson's term, to so-called mainstream society values. In the concluding chapter, Anderson gives a brief nod to the problems of moral turpitude, again, Anderson's term, and a need for individual responsibility. He then proceeds to blame, figuratively speaking, everything in mainstream society, including the New York Yankees, for the problems of the inner city. Toe's book on restorative justice is a quite different viewpoint. In her concluding chapter, Toe states her belief and vision that if only restorative justice was widely implemented, then again, figuratively speaking, the lion would lie down with the lamb and the infant would play safely with the viper. Well, what can be said? If Anderson surely overblames, Toes dangerously overpromises. Nevertheless, certain techniques of restorative justice on a practical basis that is approached with a hard, clear eye and a sharp pencil have potential for great effectiveness. However, restorative justice presumes that the offender buys into the values of mainstream society. If this is not the case, if the offender is hard locked into the opposition ethos, as in the Code of the Street, then what is left is perhaps this offender will finish in the current criminal justice system doing 85% of 30 years because mainstream society cannot let itself be harmed by this person. Finally, I want to say a word to the outside persons, the college students. You all came with an infectious enthusiasm, idealism, confidence, and fresh ideas. You showed what a diverse group can do in applying lessons from diverse experiences to solve common problems. As you soon go out into society, you give us hope that these systems we studied together can be changed and improved. Speaking from an older generation to you, a new generation, please come help us. We need you so badly. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Okay. Now we have our outside student representative, Emily.
first I was excited to be going after Oliver, but now that's quite a speech to live up to. So, my name is Emily. I am a college student at the University of Memphis, obviously. I would like to take just a moment to express my thanks for the opportunity to represent my fellow classmates as their representative. I'd also like to thank Dr. Zettler for this wonderful, wonderful opportunity to be a part of this class. It's kind of been a dream of mine to take part in a class like this, and it's been wonderful. And I'd also like to thank the Shelby County Correctional Facility for allowing the University of Memphis to partner with them and have such a wonderful program such as this. So, Inside Out. Upon our initial involvement with the Inside Out program, us as the outside students expected it to impact our outlooks. Well, let's just say the program has far exceeded our expectations. I'd like to take some time to read a few of the direct quotes from some of the individual outside members as I conduct this speech, just to give you a little bit of insider outlook as to how this course has impacted each of us. One person stated that Inside Out is nothing like you've ever experienced in college. It is very difficult, but in a good way. You'll experience and hear more things about prison than you could ever imagine. Another said, I would tell a friend to be a part of the program because of the exposure you will receive. If you want a real hands-on experience before entering any area of the criminal justice system, then Inside Out is a must for you. The connections we've established with those involved have great depth and substance. We expected the possibility of developing friendships within the class, but what has developed is more than that. It's become more than just friendship or classmates. This has become a family. One person stated, you will not leave the same person. You will leave with a second family. The experiences, stories, names, faces, every single inside joke, like society, every serious moment, we will all cherish them all, more than anybody will ever realize. As the class has progressed, we've noticed that even those with the most uncompromising of views have become more inclined to take others' points of views into consideration, sometimes even conceding to another's opinion, an elevated understanding and responsiveness achieved. Some people said, Inside Out has made me a better person when it comes to compassion for others, as well as respect for all other opinions. I am grateful that I was able to grow as a person. Another said, I learned that punishment is not the same as rehabilitation, and as so, our community should focus more on programs like this one in order to rehabilitate people who commit a crime. Inside Out has given me a chance to look at myself and see the person that I really am. This was a very humbling as well as educating experience for me. Before Inside Out, I would say that I was a judgmental person. And Inside Out showed me that people are human and that any one of us could have been in their situations. We as outside students believe this course is incredibly significant as it breaks down the barrier stigma that often accompanies incarceration. This allows us to recognize the humanity of and bring an element of acceptance and acknowledgement to the incarcerated. This program has created a judgment-free environment of encouragement and fosters hope for the future. Somebody said, I've realized just because someone has done time, it doesn't change the fact that they are people. It's changed my view on the word inmate. Just because they are incarcerated doesn't mean they aren't like us. Everyone makes mistakes, and you never know what someone has been through. Do not judge a book by its cover. Never. With an exclamation mark. We will miss everybody. Each and every one of you guys. All of you. However, we know that each and every one of you will remain in our thoughts. We have faith in your abilities to accomplish great things and experience significance in your lives. And we wish all of you the best. You've impacted our lives in ways that you will never fully understand, and we are all more than grateful. Someone said, Inside Out has made me more humble and made me see the importance of humility. This class shows how the inside students actually want to learn. They really want to change their lives. And that's true. We see it in each and every one of you guys. And we truly, from the bottom of our hearts, want all of you to know that we believe in you and we see the greatness inside of you. I'll leave with this final quote that I think fully encompasses the meaning of Inside Out as a program. Inside Out has meant friendship, family, a place free of judgment and biases. It is a place to converse about real problems in the world, like a glorified think tank. It has given us ideas, motivation, and inspiration to take out into the real world. Inside Out has been a bright spot, always making each and every one of us smile. These guys are all truly special, and we are all the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Wow, my students know how to put on a speech. Very proud. Okay, I would like to now invite Director Anthony Alexander to share some words from the perspective of Shelby County Corrections.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I tell you, as a 30-year veteran in corrections, when I walked into the room, you know, I tell folks I'm a very strong security guy. And I walked into the room and I always scanned the area. And I looked over to where our offenders are sitting and I saw civilians sitting with them. And the first thing in my mind is, what's going on? And I tell individuals, the fact that I've been here 30 years, and to my coworkers, you have to be willing to evolve. Everything in life changes. And you have to be willing to change your mindset in order to stay productive, understanding of what's going on surrounding you. Part of our mission statement at the Division of Corrections is to provide effective programming while enhancing community safety. And that's exactly what the Inside Out program is doing for us, providing effective programming. I received a call, and I'm kind of going back now, in February of 2018 from my predecessor, the late William Gupton, who was our director. And he said, Anthony, I need you to talk to this young lady. She's calling me from the University of Memphis, and I need you to see what's going on. And this was in the midst of budget cycle and everything else going on. I said, okay, director, I can't tell her no, I'll give her a call. And I called Dr. Zettler, and she said, well, I'd like to come out and sit down and talk with you and discuss this program with you, Inside Out. And I'm scratching my head, okay, you know, what is this about? Another program, because we get a lot of phone calls. But she came in her infectious spirit and personality and how she presented the program, I was sold immediately. And I said, absolutely, we will participate. So I called the director back and said, hey, we're moving forward with it. He said, are you sure? Are you confident? I said, absolutely. So I believe you were going for training in June for 7 days. And when she was returning, we were going to sit down, set the criteria for the program and get this established. And here we are in August of 2018, the program started. And, you know, I'm just so grateful, again, as I stated, for her vision, enthusiasm, and dedication to this program. You know, we have a lot of programs that we offer here at the Division of Corrections, but this has been one without any problems whatsoever that I'm aware of. I have not heard Dr. Turner, I'm appreciative of you and the university of allowing the students to come out and fellowship with our offenders and just take part in such a program. It's really commendable of the university, and I'm delighted to say that we will have a spring semester starting in, what, March? January, I'm so sorry, January, at the IRC, a new area that we're opening up. But as I stated, any director is always cautious and concerned about such programs. And the fact that we've had 0 incidents is remarkable. The mayor is very proud of this program, and the staff is very proud of it. But the possibilities are endless. And recently I attended a retreat with the county commission, and there were 5 guiding principles that I have on every conference room wall, and I use it in my daily walk. And this program, can use it as well. The first one is trust the process. Have confidence that the program or process is designed to help and not hinder, to improve our overall way of life while conducting business. Second, we must seek to understand, listen, become involved, and attempt to identify with the message and the goal presented. Third, we must find common ground. Everyone has a message, and we must listen and seek to understand that person's perspective on the project. The fourth is appreciate diversity. In doing so, we must embrace our diverse surroundings, understanding that what makes us different also makes us stronger. And at last, we must assume positive intent. The individuals who design the program or process visualize how such a program will be beneficial to our offenders and the students at the University of Memphis. I'm delighted and I'm proud today to stand before you, and I'm excited that we will continue this program again in January. Thank you.
And next we have Dr. KB Turner, our esteemed department chair of the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice at the University of Memphis, and my boss.
Good afternoon. I'd like to begin by extending my gratitude to all of you for coming to support this important event. Also, I'd like to take this time to recognize my colleagues from the University of Memphis, the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice, as well as the Director of SUAP. So would you please stand? Without them, we would not enjoy the success that we have, nor would we be able to extend our courses like what we have here today that we're going to be celebrating. So I want to thank them very much for their support over the years. Several months ago, Dr. Haley Zimmer came to me and asked me about supporting a program that dealt with teaching inside a correctional facility. In my years of teaching, and also my practical experience in law enforcement, I've also taught inside correctional facilities. I've taught students inside of my courses as well. So I was very familiar with the benefits of having such a program. And so as she continued to talk about this opportunity, I immediately as well agreed to allow this to take place. And so I authorized her to participate in the training outside of Chicago. I've got any days it was, how many days, 8 days? 6 days of training, intense training I might add. Several hours a day to get prepared to bring this curriculum to the facility. Again, having experienced myself in consulting, teaching, and training inside of facilities, I was very familiar with what she was going to be confronted with. I was also required to get support from my immediate supervisors, my dean, the provost, and a couple of VPs. It took a great deal of paperwork, time, and effort to get all the I's dotted and T's crossed to get to that point where they all agreed. Obviously, I felt this would be a great opportunity, a great partnership between the University of Memphis and also Shelby County. Our department has a history of being involved actively with county government, and this is actually a continuation of that, what I consider to be a great partnership. And so I'm very happy that we've gotten from February to where we are right now. A lot of work went into this, a lot of stopping going, but nevertheless we were successful, and we were determined to make sure that we would be here today in August. Let me also add that the students have been extremely excited about this opportunity as well. Dr. Zettler would come in on a weekly basis, if not every day, extremely excited about what was happening in this facility. And I was afraid I was going to lose her because she was just so happy about coming out here. But nevertheless, I'm very pleased that we have someone with this type of energy, this type of drive, and this desire to make a difference in the lives of others. And so to those who are inside the facility and those who are out, I want to thank you also for making this a very successful program. As the director indicated, I have already authorized the course to be offered again next semester, and then we'll probably offer the course maybe every fall semester following next spring. So this is a great opportunity. My dean is extremely excited about it. The provost mentioned this to our outside reviewers back in April, and they too were very excited about this opportunity. So I can't express to you enough how pleased I am for the success of this program. And to Oliver, I'm also appreciative for the comments you made about our students at the University of Memphis. As a chair of the department, it always does good it does me good to hear those kind of comments about our students. I can now go out and hold my chest out a little bit further to hear those comments. Finally, I want to mention Director William Gupton. His name was called a few minutes ago. He and I completed the Leadership Memphis class together in 2014, I believe. And actually, I gave him a call and asked if he would listen to Dr. Zettler. And some of you are aware of his story. He was ill at that time. But he did turn it over to Director Alexander. And I'm very glad and happy that you did make the phone call and make contact with Dr. Zettler to get us to this point. So once again, I want to thank all of you for supporting this event. Thank you for the positive attitude that I've heard you exhibit the last several weeks, because it is about understanding that even though people will sometimes make a mistake in life, it doesn't mean that has to define you for the rest of your life. And so again, I'm very appreciative to be a part of this program. Thank you.
I have one more unofficial recognition that I wanted to mention. One of our Insight students, Dana. Dana, can you stand up? Not society. Dana is the creator of our logo that you will see on our pamphlet. He designed that for us, and we're really excited to see his amazing work and be able to now make it the official Shelby County Inside Out logo. So thanks, Dana. All right, well, at this time, we are going to have all of the students come up one by one and get their certificates for completing the Inside Out program. All right, everyone want to stand up? Amber?
Thank you. Right there.
Anthony.
That's a good one.
Benjamin.
That's good.
Denny. Blake. Brandon. Candace. Casey. Dana, or as we like to call him, Society.
Society. He act like it. Say what I heard you doing there.
Dana,
Society. Huh? Oh, okay. See? I told you.
Darius,
Keep the ED or something.
Emily. Erica. Jarvis. Come on, Jarvis. Come on. Jasmine.
She said what? He's shy?
Joseph.
But what's this shit? See the soft sheet. Yeah, same
Joseph.
The young professors are going to see something different. And then they don't have this crap that he has.
Katarian.
You know he made a mistake, he does a lot.
Craig.
Be quiet.
Monet.
Look at it.
You said all that quiet. Then she got a pose.
Steven.
They look like giants.
Terrence. Tyler.
Oh, they gotta take a picture.
Sorry. We skipped Oliver, so someone has Oliver's certificate. You're all off by one. Steven, you have his? Forgot about Oliver back here. Okay. Let's try this again. Oliver.
You love to eat butter style. You know, man, like that. Yeah, I do.
Okay, Tyler. Tyrese. Oh, wait, whoa. Sorry. Tyrese. And last but not least, Vivian.
Just say, visitors. Speaking.
Thank you. And if we could have a round of applause for all of you. All right.
Nope.
So I just have a few words myself, nothing long. All my other speakers did so well. So when I first decided to teach an Inside Out class, I asked myself a lot of things. Will I be good enough? Can I actually pull this off? What if I'm the first professor in the history of 21 years to fail at Inside Out? And then about 10 minutes into our first combined class, when the inside and outside students met for the first time in week 2, I realized that this class had absolutely nothing to do with me. Over the past 14 weeks, I have merely been a guide in a learning environment driven by the union of inside and outside students. I'm so proud to see what you all have accomplished this semester. You all have been my teachers in this experience. Seeing students from different backgrounds come together and work together as equals has truly been an amazing thing to witness. I am so grateful that I had the trust of both my inside and outside students to go on this journey with me. It has truly been my honor. Thank you. So at this time, we're going to have a brief reception for the remainder of the evening. We have some refreshments that were graciously provided to us. Thank you so much. And we also have a display of our group projects where they designed the reentry programs. They had to write a report as well as do a poster and a group presentation in class. So this is the product of their posters. So if you want to look them over or ask the group members some questions, and if you would like to see their reports, I can definitely get those to you because I think we had some really good ideas. Before we break and have everyone mingle together, I would just like to ask to get one group photo of all of the students up here. Thank you. And I'll give whoever's certificates are mismatched. And your center.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna take several pictures, so don't move.
Got it? Thank you. Anybody ever look for me for the